Good morning, and I hope everybody's doing great. It is a chilly, fall, brisk morning in Argo, Alabama, and I'm heading up to the course, Humble Tree Disc Golf course, to give you some updates throughout the morning. I know it's been a hot minute since I've posted what's been going on there. Life has just been incredibly busy. So I had every intention in the summer to start documenting a lot of the updates as they were happening. I started off strong, and then it was just so dadgum hot that I could only work for like 45 minutes at a time without being just worn out and hot and mad and ready to go. So we are going to, or I am going to show you just the updates that have been done in the past couple months and show you some plans that we got for the next future. And so hopefully this will be a good little wrap-up video for this season to kind of show you the progress we've made this year. All right, first update I want to let you in on real quick is, you may or may not notice it, but I'm going to tell you about it anyways. So hole 7, which is that really fun little short hole, now has a long pad, if you didn't notice, if you haven't played lately, but it's back here. So when you go to your normal tee box, just look to your left and walk up the tiny little hill, and it's further back. So it makes for a nice, dangerous tunnel shot. Also on hole 7, you notice I've got lots of trees, or down trees, repurposing these to make a barrier along the perimeter. And for the women's the state women's championship, I added a little addition with some large boulders to kind of keep the perimeter kind of secured. So hopefully keep some more disc in, because there was, the OB line does still go right through there, but still it adds a little place that, so you don't have to, if you land soft, you won't go scooting down into the next fairway. So this is what we also call the blockade, quoted by the great Ben Swam, and so that name sticks. But like I've done on the rest of the course, is I've learned to repurpose a lot of these large pieces of down trees, or trees that I've had to remove, and just continue to repurpose those as walls or barriers. So it's really worked out great, and I hope you've enjoyed them out here. Adds a little bit more character to the course. So all right, on to the next. All right, there's the back side of hole 7 and the main tee box to hole 8 right there in front of it. And if you walk down this little path right here, you'll see that there's another tee box. Not necessarily a long tee box or a advanced tee box, but just an alternate box. So it's just an alternate shot, and there's a makeshift tee sign. I'm working on getting those updated eventually. But this is just another little shot. It's a hyzer. Most of these shots go down to the left. So hope you enjoy this one as well. If you didn't know it was here, didn't know that it was here, here you go. Try it out. Hole 8. All right, there's the back side of hole 8. Kind of a long position over here. And normally you would walk right over there to the main tee pad right there. But if you want another alternate type of shot, we'll follow this little trail. And here's hole 9's alternate tee pad. Again, not necessarily distance-wise harder. I think it's about actually the same distance, but it is a tougher shot because you do have to hit a gap up there. So try it out, hole 9 alternate. All right, here's hole 10 alternate. We made this tee box for the state women's tournament a few months ago. And I think we're just going to keep it for now, because I think a lot of people are playing it and enjoying the shorter tee box. This hole definitely has seen some updates. There is, I know it's ridiculous, but I've got 4 pin positions for this hole. And right now, I'll show it to you here in a second, is a deep left. There's original left and then an even deeper left. And the cool thing about that pin is that I can use it also with 12s long. I can use it with hole 12, and I'll show you that here in a second, what I've done. So again, it gives us a lot of options, but this is hole 10 short. There's a very amateur tee sign. So yeah, try it out. Let me know what you think. All right, so like I said, that's the short original, not the shortest, but the original pin position for hole 10. And then there's the deeper new position where I've cleared all that out. That used to be just a bunch of overbrush and everything, just, you know, making it really nice and clean and looks good. I may have been bitten by 1,000 yellow jackets while cleaning it up, but hey, I do it for you guys. So that pin position, like I was saying, I plan on using it as an alternate pin position for hole 12. So I've cleared out a gap right there. So it's a huge hyzer shot, very challenging, but we're gonna do some experimenting. But that's been the goal all along, is to have this course be flexible where I can kind of utilize some pin positions for different holes. But there'll obviously be some kind of rope or some sign that says like this pin is being used for hole 12, or, you know, likewise on hole 12 for 10. So again, just doing a lot of experimenting, but I think this gives us a lot of options when we have tournaments and special events, that we can put it in some special places. So that just makes the experience even more diverse. So hope you like it. All right, hole 11. One of the ones I've been working on for probably about a good 5 months, and it is just about ready to unveil the new pin position. You can see I've got some stacks of rocks here. I call it rock farming because down over there where the new pin is, you know, hey, when you're in a forest and lots of trees fall, their roots give up and they leave giant holes. So what I have been doing a lot is rock farming and taking rocks and bigger boulders and filling those holes up with rocks, and then I've been coming back with gravel to fill up the pits and just trying to make it safer. So again, man, it's just a pretty hole right here. But this is going to be a nice, it's going to be a forehand shot or turnover backhand where it'll go, let's see, it'll go down to the right. It's kind of the same, it's the distance in between the short and long pin. So I don't know exactly what that is, but I'll show you here in just a second that the sleeve is already in the ground, and I'll give you some perspective of where it's at. So again, hope you enjoy it, and it's coming soon. All right, I'm standing at the main short pin position. Tee box is back there. There's the current long position, and then down there is where the new pin is gonna go. So let me walk down there, show where it's at. Again, I've flagged a lot of these holes that I've already filled up, so just be careful if you're playing it, watch out for holes. But I think I've got most of the holes. So there's the sleeve, there's the pin stick, well, little big stake poking out. So yeah, there's my rock farming duties. Just gotta come back with some gravel and fill that up. But I've cleared out all this area down here. Looks really pretty. And so your shot is gonna come from over there through here, hit this gap, come slide down in here, and there's the pin for it. Should be a pretty awesome shot. Challenging for sure. But yeah. So again, I'm just slowly working to kind of clear out a perimeter. A lot of these holes back here, you'll see where I've dragged logs to kind of create the perimeters. That's definitely helped and adds a little feature to it to keep some disc from like just, you know, rolling all the way down to Honor Keith Road. But yeah, here's the sleeve. There's the gap. You can hit it. And then after you're done with it, you walk through this trail and up that hill to the 12 tee box. All right, hole 12. Tee box is right over there. See one of my new fancy barriers. Yes, I like that feature, so you'll see it a lot now. All right, here's the short pin. There's the long pin. And then there is the gap for when this hole plays to that spot. So I may take out a couple more trees just to make it, but I got to do some testing first. Have some of y'all test it for me if you wouldn't mind. When you're out here, throw it to that basket from that tee box and let me know if there's any other trees that need to come down, or if I need a Mando for that tree to point that way to make sure you go that way. You know, I don't want to take out too many trees, make it too easy for you. But again, just another option that gives this hole a third pin position. 1, 2, 3. And again, when we can use it for tournaments or a different setup, just gives it more variety. Yeah. So then come up here to hole 13. All right, hole 13 has, believe it or not, I have done some work on it. You may not have noticed it, but it's in the beginning stages of just getting some more brush out of the way. And actually, this was another suggestion from the great Ben Swam, because you know, he knows his stuff. So he suggested at one time, he may not remember this, on this hole to clear out all this stuff so that anybody who may go long on this pin position may experience some challenges. So really helps you with control and handling different terrains. I still got to come in here and you know, get it with a weed eater, and I still probably will clean up some of this stuff here. But this log was just right in the middle of here, so I just chopped it and scooted it on over there to make another barrier. And yeah, just makes it more interesting, gives you more room to something else to go wrong. But yeah, just keep challenging. And yeah, so that's hole 13 update. All right, so hole 16 is, I've done a ton of work on it, but it's for a good reason. Ever since we opened Humble Tree, hole 16 is probably everybody's favorite hole to hate on this course. It is very challenging. It's unique. It's not gimmicky, I don't say, but it was one that when Brian and I and Nathan were originally designing it, we wanted a huge, massive hyzer shot to take advantage of the big downhill. And I've actually seen an ace here before in that short position. It's very challenging, it's very touchy, but throughout the years, I want to improve the experience of this, you know, not just the course, but make it more fun, fair, and give you some options here. So a lot of times people were going long and deep in there, so I've cleared out that stuff right there. There was like a little tree that kind of shot up right there, so I got rid of that. And all of that stuff down beyond there had I think Jonathan Barrett was helping me one day, and maybe Sam or Travis was helping me another day, but we cleared all that stuff out way down there. So the pin is in that the original, not the original, but the deep, what we used to call a par 4 position. It's really now, with all that cleared out, probably is fair to call it a par 3. But now you can realistically throw your shot down there with a big hyzer and let it break down toward the basket. So it should be clear enough. There may be 1 or 2 trees we still need to take out. But again, if you miss that deep hyzer shot to the left, like you're trying to go there, you should still be okay down there to kind of battle through the woods. So another feature that I've just been extremely excited about, and been wanting to do this for a while, is to put in a short pad for this hole. And guys, this is gonna be so much fun. This is redneck engineering at its best. So I took this tee box, this pad from hole, I think it was 11, that was never getting used. It was just a longer spot that hole just never really developed right now. So instead of building a new one of these, I just, you don't want to know how I got it back over here. But I made it, so it's safe. But it should be secure now. I still may need to do some touch up here, but it is definitely secure for you to use and try. Just be careful with it. But So this is a short tee box for hole 16. And so it's going to be so much fun, especially in that short position. I'm thinking for tournaments, I may do like a triple mando, some type. I know there's a couple people who have already thought about how I can do like a swinging gate or something like there, but it is going to be incredible. So it's going to be a fun short shot for that pin position over there, but also I'll show you in a second when in that long position to the right that it's in right now, it is a very, very interesting forehand shot. So from this tee box should make things a lot more interesting. Again, we're getting some variety and giving some options. So I'll stop the camera and I'll show you another cool surprise down at the bottom between 16 and 17. All right, so back here again on the bottom of 16. And so there's the pin position right now that's currently in. It's in a par 3, but again, it's a wicked forehand. So if you haven't played in a while, you'll notice that check out all this little area. I've been working really hard on getting this whole area cleaned up just for y'all. Look, another wall. I built another wall. Yay, I'm good at that. But this used to be so overgrown. It was the vein of my existence. I just wanted so bad to get it cleaned up, to make it look nice. And so in doing that, special surprise just for y'all, I've added one more pin position for hole 16. So this is going to be an amazing pin position for this hole. Cannot wait to use this one. And again, like I've done on the other holes, I've been dragging logs as I've seen them to make a good little barrier so that none of your disc go down to Honor Keith Road. So that should help you out. But man, look how clean this is now. Looks so nice. There's a big old root tree. Still got to fill this in a little bit or figure out a way to get rid of it. I think it makes a nice little feature. But again, it's so cleaned out. It looks like it's always been this way, but yeah, it took me about a week or two to just really just concentrate on just clean all this junk up. And so now you'll be more tempted to go over to 17 long and try that long position. So again, really proud of these updates, and this pin position and the new one on 11 will be updated in our next, hopefully in our next rotation in the beginning of November. So still got to do just a couple more things. I just want to get cleaned up, make sure it's safe, fill in some holes, and yeah, we'll be good to go. So again, so clean, so nice, fresh and so clean. So I hope you like it. All right, if you have stuck around this long, I want to reward you with a special sneak peek of a special project that I've been working on. And when we started Humble Tree, this was actually in the original plan. For the very first hole, we were going to put the first tee box up on top of this hill. So now I think we're getting closer and closer to that dream. So yeah, so spent most of the morning today just clearing this out even more and getting an idea of what we want to do with it. So as you can see, just clearing this out, trying to figure out, hey, is that line big enough or is that gap big enough for people to throw through? I think so. And we can always take a tree out if we want to, who knows? But plan is to build some type of platform right here so it's even with the ground, of course, and go from there. It's not ready just yet. I would love to have this thing done maybe by the new year, but this one I need to do some special planning with. I can't just throw like a tee box together. So I may need to recruit some people to help me build this thing so it's right. And also, let me show you the the stair or the path to get up here. All right, so the path to get down here right now is pretty treacherous right now. But how fun is this gonna be, y'all? How fun is that? Like, you can't see the first, the main pin position when it's on the side of the hill. You can sort of see, yeah, you can see the bottom of the long pin right here. So, but buddy, how fun is that gonna be when you're throwing out there and trying to get it to bank right? Like right now, I feel a lot of headwind. That's gonna be challenging. Of course, you don't throw if somebody's on hole number 2, like a goober. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Anyways, back to what I was saying. This path, I had some Trail Life dad and his son get this started, trying to see how we could do this. It's definitely needs some work. They did some great work, especially on this path right here that goes up here. Eventually, I want the path from number 7 and 8 so that you can have another path to get out and you come out this way. So there's a path over there. Anyways, focus, James, focus. Anyways, so also been working on this path, and I'm about, I would say, 20% done with this. Look, I'm building more walls. But when I cut these, here's a smart idea. I was thinking about this. Check this out. I didn't cut these off like at the bottom. These are pretty strong trees. So to have you some type of handrail right here or some rope I can fix so that when you're going up this, you'll have at least something to hang on to. Because this, I'm still gonna dig it out. It's just gonna be pretty narrow, and it's always good to have some kind of additional point of contact. So this is not what they're gonna be like. I'm not gonna leave these stones here. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm probably gonna do. Just keep, you can see where I've dug out probably about a 3 foot or a 2 foot wide gap. I'm just gonna keep doing that all the way over here. So again, and I trimmed up this stuff with the pole saw. Yeah, we're good to go. So again, love to have this thing done by maybe the new year. So maybe in time we can use it for Mega Bowl. But yeah, y'all look at this. It's gonna be so much fun. So much fun, y'all. Again, this is like the original plan was to have the tee box up there. So you're shooting out here to those pins. So should be really, really rad. Oh, look, more walls. So, hey, repurposing. So anyways, hope you've enjoyed these updates. I will do my best to try and do these more often, but once I get going, I just get going. Just work. But if you have time to volunteer, hit me up. I can always give you something to do. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who keeps playing the course. Met some really cool people out here this morning who I've never met before. So thank you again for playing and being part of the disc golf community in Birmingham and in Trussville. And there's lots of exciting things happening. And again, thank you again for all your support. And thanks for playing Humble Tree. Laters.